We are indeed with Wesley. So, Wesley, I'm going to ask you a similar question to what I asked Sam. You came back from Berlin. You did have a match in the finals against Sam Shankland. You won that.
Yeah.
How do you feel that impacts this particular match?
Well, it doesn't really change too many things. The time controller is very different. I mean, I'm very happy to win the tournament in Berlin, the Armageddon series. But at the same time, the time control was very fast and the games were very short. We only play two games mini match, and I only played 8 games in total, so it's not a big deal. I mean, it's my main focus is classical chess, although I don't seem to be doing well. But in this day and age, you kind of need to be good at all time controls, so it's nice that I can do well here and there.
And that's very surprising to me because you did so well in the Global Chess Championship. You won that. You just won in Berlin as well. It does feel like you feel very comfortable in rapid and blitz setups.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. After the pandemic, I've been practicing a lot online. I've been trying a lot of different mouses.
So the mechanics also are very important, right?
Yeah, it's very different playing over the board than playing online. Actually, in Berlin, I was sparring with some other players there over the board, just because playing on computer and a tablet is very, very different. And I've been playing a lot online, but yeah, at the same time, my results in the classical have been fairly a bit disappointing. So my rating right now is around 2760. I've been trying for a couple of years, trying to get it up to like 2780, 2790, but I'm struggling a little bit. So I'm working on stuff and trying to improve. I'm very grateful that St. Louis is putting tournaments like here in the American Cup. We have 8 of the best players in the country. Then we have Grand Chess Tour coming up in Romania. So I'm very excited for that.
Speaking of this match and tomorrow's game with the black pieces, what is your strategy for that one? Are you going to try to neutralize? Are you going to take more risks with the black pieces? What is the strategy?
Well, I probably should say too much.
Without
because Sam could be listening. But I, just in a 2-game mini match, you can't really afford to make too many mistakes. So I just want to give my best, and see where it leads, try to play the best moves. Today he surprised me in the opening. I thought he would play the Sicilian like he was playing in the Berlin, but Sam's very unpredictable. And he knows a lot. Like, I've never seen this move on the 8 move bishop a7 before.
Bishop to a7, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, white, black has 3 other main moves, but...
Rook b8, bishop g4, yeah.
And bishop b7, then I played bishop a7. And it looks a little bit dubious, but at the same time, I didn't really know exactly what the best way is to play without risking too much.
And you were also spending a lot of time in the opening phase, but also in the middle game phase. He was building up quite a substantial time advantage. Did you feel any pressure coming from that?
Yeah, for sure. That's why in the end I was, trying to play the most logical moves. Because one thing to note here is that you don't get extra time after move 40, so it's very, very different. But at the same time, in the beginning, you want to spend as much time, make sure not to make too many mistakes, not to make a blunder. But in the end, I was speeding up, but was definitely struggling in terms of time. It affected some of my decisions later on. So that's one thing that could be improved upon. At the same time, I'm a bit surprised that Sam was playing very, very quickly today. So maybe he didn't have to find too many moves over the board, because like bishop e6 is simple, and also most of the moves like rook b5 wasn't.
And Sam described you as one of the toughest players to beat in this tournament. How would you describe Sam?
Yeah, well, that's very kind of him to say. I honestly don't think so. But I mean, Sam is a fighter. He's a very hard-working fellow. He's written several books, in fact, about his most recent book, in Quality Chess. I'm very impressed by his determination, by the fact that he always bounces back. I think he's results could be very unpredictable, and his play sometimes could be, very inconsistent. But when he plays well, he's unstoppable. Like I've known him for about almost a decade now. I think in 2014 I was working with him for the chess Olympiad. In fact, he won a gold medal for his individual board.
Yep.
Board 5. So that was very impressive. He had 9 out of 10. Also in the US Championships in 2018, that's one of the best performances ever. So as he keeps saying, he puts a lot of effort on his chess. He's had several difficult games.
And this is your lifetime. You actually never lost against him in classical chess.
Oh, I actually had no idea how to...
You're doing quite well.
Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't even know I played him that many games. But
Wesley, thank you very much. You still have a game to play tomorrow and maybe the playoffs after that, so we'll let you rest.
Yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Wesley. Good luck tomorrow. I wanted to